As the world anxiously awaits Israeli response to Iran's offensive strike a few weeks ago, Iran, for the second time in 6 months, fired 180 ballistic missiles at Israel. For years, Iran have been fighting Israel through proxies, but now that Israel has depleted most Iranian assets around them, the Iranians have taken it upon themselves to attack Israel directly. They've moved from rhetoric to physical action. And of course, their actions have a lot of consequences because every country in the world, not just Israel, must retaliate when attacked by anyone. That's exactly what Israel has vowed to do, and the greatest indication that the Israeli response is imminent is the fact that the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System THAAD for short will be stationed in Israel at this time. The THAAD is a United States-made anti-ballistic missile defense system that can intercept missiles in space during their terminal phase. The terminal phase is referred to as the period after the booster rocket has done its job of lifting the missile into space or near the edge of the atmosphere. After the booster falls back to Earth, the missile will start hurtling back to the target at speeds of more than Mach 6. It's at this stage that the THAAD interceptors can knock them off the sky. So with this move by the United States to station the THAAD system in Israel to protect them, you can see they are expecting another massive barrage from Iran if Israel retaliates. Iran said it themselves. They warned Israel not to retaliate, otherwise they will strike back in an unimaginable manner. Also, the US deploying the THAAD system to Israel shows that it won't be easy to take out Iran missile sites in a short time to prevent them from firing a barrage at Israel in response to any retaliation from them. Iran is not a pushover in terms of rockets, as at the last count, an agency of the US government revealed that they have more than 3,000 ballistic missiles. So who knows how many of them are already mounted on launchers ready to go. The more they have on launchers, the higher the chance they can penetrate missile defense systems. No missile defense system is impregnable. It's as simple as overwhelming the system. There's a limit to how many they can track and intercept at a given time. And these missiles are very fast. Reaching Mach 6 means they can travel from Iran to Israel in about 12 minutes, or even less depending on what part of Iran they are launched from. But distances from Iran to Israel can be from 1,000 kilometers for regions closer to Iraq to more than 2,000 kilometers for regions closer to Afghanistan, and of course Tehran, the capital, is in between. So taking out all the launch sites within a very short time will be nearly impossible, although this might be a strong word because of the fact that many of the Israeli capabilities are still classified. Anyway, Iran is a very huge country with a mountainous terrain like Afghanistan, and it's not out of question that some of the launch pads will be hidden deep inside mountains. These rocky mountains will be difficult. They need several successive hits before a dent can be made. This is a difficult period, especially for innocent people in both countries, including neighboring countries. Considering the last time Iran fired ballistic missiles at Israel, some fell in Jordan, whether it was missiles themselves hitting or their shells after being taken out by interceptors. Anyway, both of them are still very dangerous. In terms of how huge the Israeli strike will be, they said that their response will be very massive, which means they will try to stop the possibility of Iran firing at them in the nearest future. On the other hand, Iran is threatening neighboring countries not to grant Israel access to their airspace, otherwise they will be targeted. There's no doubt the United States will always defend Israel, but it remains to be seen if they will conduct the retaliatory strikes with Israel against Iran, or will they just sit there and only defend against incoming projectiles? With how vast Iran is, it won't be easy for Israel to do it alone as quickly as possible without it leading to a wider prolonged conflict. They do not have assets and capabilities compared to the US, and although the United States President Joe Biden warned Iran there will be consequences if they attacked Israel, it's still not clear whether he will give the needed authorization to the US forces in the region to strike Iran, especially now that the US presidential election is less than a month away.